Good afternoon, ma'am. Lesson 7, Glass Fracture. Presenter, Sagantoy Magtobi, M from 3CRI-AI-8. Lesson objectives po natin sa topic is number 1, identify the properties of glass. Number 2, explain the theories related to glass fracture. Then yung number 3, determine the importance of glass fracture in the crime investigation. Ano nga ba yung glass? What is glass? Glass is technically defined as the inorganic product of fusion which has cooled to rigid condition without crystallizing. Ibig sabihin po niyan, yung glass daw po is kinukompose po or product po siya ng or inorganic fusion po. Kumbaga, example lang po na inorganic is yung mga sand or soil. Ito po yung example ng glass. Maraming pong differentiate of glass or texture tsaka size po. Properties of glass. Ano-ano nga ba yung mga properties of glass? Ito po. Number 1, transparency. Number 2, heat resistance. Number 3, pressure and breakage. And number 4, chemical resistance. Ba't nga ba important yung glass sa criminal investigation? Fragments of glass from headlights at the hit-and-run scene can leave a clue about the unknown vehicle. Ibig sabihin, yung glass fragments daw po, pag nag-iiwan po ng glass fragments, is nagbibigay po siya ng clue para sa unknown vehicle po. And also, glass fragments can help police determine which direction the first bullet was fired from the glass. Yung glass fracture na po is tinutulungan para ma-determine agad ng police kung saan yung first bullet na tumama sa glass. Then, these clues can be gathered through the analysis of even the smallest fragments. Kahit daw po yung pinakamalit na fragments ng glass, nakakapagbigay din po siya ng clue para sa crime investigation. Theories of glass. Meron po tayong tatlong theories of glass. Low velocity theory, low velocity impact fracture. Number 2, high velocity impact fractures. Number 3, thermal fracture. Ano nga ba yung low velocity? Low projectile produce crack in a glass which radiate outward from the point of impact. Ibig sabihin sa low is hindi po siya malakas yung pagkakatama or pagkaka-impact sa glass. Kaya po yung point of impact niya nasa outward lang po siya. Then yung high velocity impact po, high speed projectile striking a piece of glass while producer a cone or crater. Kabaliktaran po siya ng low velocity impact po yung high velocity impact. Yung high velocity impact po is speed projectile. Mabilis po yung pagkakatama ng pag-strike niya sa glass, or hindi ibig sabihin lang po na mabilis or high is mabilis. Ibig sabihin din po is malakas po o malakas yung pagkakatama sa glass po. Kaya po siya nagpo-produce ng cone or crater. Kung nakita nyo po, meron po siyang brutas or parang crater po siya na parang bilog po sa may glass. Then yung thermal fracture in non-tempered glass, typically heat crack is curved. Example na lang po, yung glass po is nababad sa araw or nabilad sa araw, na matagal na nabilad sa araw, magkaka-curve po siya, magkaka-crack po siya, pero smoothly curve lang po siya. Smoothly curved edge po siya. Hindi po kagaya ng high at saka velocity impact po. Meron po tayong terminologies, tatlong uri ng terminologies. Number 1 is radial fracture. Number 2, concentric fracture. Number 3, conchoidal fracture. Sa first picture, papakita ko sa inyo kung ano yung radial fracture tsaka concentric fracture. Itong guhit na mga to, ayan po yan yung mga radial fracture. Then yung concentric fracture po, ito po siya, yung parang crater po or cone or bilog sa may fragments, cracks. Tapos yung conchoidal po, ito po yung smoothly curve po siya. Hindi po siya kagaya ng radial tsaka concentric na yung may cone po or pagkakabasag na ganito. Yung conchoidal po is curve lang po siya, parang sa kabibe or what. Ayan po yung theories tsaka terminologies. Proceed po tayo sa isa. Ito po, direction and consequence of force determination. Tatalakayin lang po natin dito yung mga direction kung pagkasunod-sunod po ng force determination po. First step is to find out the radial fractures that are within the first concentric. Hanapin po natin yung radii sa first concentric po. Next step po is to figure out the slide of fragment was facing in and facing out. Hanapin lang po natin dito yung facing out at saka facing in sa may glass fracture po. Then yung last step po is when the projectile is strike to glass, it creates rays called conchoidal fracture along the edge that are visible in profile. Ito po is pag daw po yung projectile is nag-strike po siya sa glass, nag-recreate po siya ng conchoidal fracture po. Tapos yung conchoidal fracture po is visible po siya or nakikita po siya sa profile. Then yung collecting and handling glass fracture po. Collecting in handling glass fracture. Collecting glass evidence into crime scene. The glass fragments should be packaged in solid container to avoid further breakage. Ayan po, yung officer po na magkakandak ng investigation, dapat po naka full gear po siya or may mga materialis po siya na pangkuha ng glass po. Pag nakakollect na po siya ng glass, ilalagay niya po siya sa solid container para sa avoid of further breakage po. Then pagkatapos po nun, glass analysis po. Forensic analysis of glass is consists of 2 or more fragments of determine whether they have a common origin. Identify broken glass. Differentiate glass from the plastic is done by examining relative hardness. Once confirmed as a glass, examiner will be perform analysis of physical properties. Yung forensic analysis daw po is yung kinoconsist niya po or dinidetermine nila yung dalawang uri or 2 or more fragments po. Para tinitingnan po nila dyan kung yung ano yung common origin po. Then, i-identify po nila yung broken glass fragments. Tapos yung pangatlo, differentiating or identify nila kung yung na-collect pa is glass or plastic. Okay, this is end po ng lesson natin. End of videos. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you sa pakikinig.